I will present the introduction of our report on organizational economic theories in the airline industry. This report focuses on three major airlines in Southeast Asia, which are Malaysia Airlines, AirAsia, and Singapore Airlines. These airlines were selected because they use different business strategies and operating models. The airline industry is important because it connects people, support tourism, and help economic growth. However, airlines also face many challenges such as high operating costs, fuel price changes, strict safety regulation, and global crisis. Therefore, airlines must make careful decisions to remain competitive and profitable. In this report, we apply three organizational economic theory, which are managerial theory, behavioral theory, and agency theory. Manager theory explains how managers make decisions based on different goals, not only profit. Behavioral theory shows that managers make satisfactory decisions because of limited information and time. Agency theory focuses on conflicts between owners and managers in organization. Overall, this report aims to explain how these theories help us understand organizational behavior and decision making in the airline industry. Thank you.
Next is Chapter 2, that is Theory Overview. 2.1 Managerial Theory. When we talk about management, it is easy to assume it relies on intuition or gut feeling. However, managerial theory tells us the exact opposite. It introduces a highly structured, rational approach to governance. As you can see on the left under our operational pillars, this theory is heavily anchored in the classic POLC framework, that is, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. A manager's core duty is to efficiently allocate scarce resources and ensure that every employee's day-to-day role aligns perfectly with the bigger picture. Moving over the strategy outcome on the right, the ultimate goal here is to replace guesswork with a data-driven, rational choices. By implementing systematic risk assessment, this theory provides a blueprint that helps organizations navigate market uncertainties and secure long-term sustainability. Without this proper guidance, companies easily fall into poor coordination and wasted resources. Next, let's move to section 2.2, that is behavior theory. While manager theory focuses on the structure, behavior theory focuses on the people within that structure. Traditional models assume that humans always act with perfect logic, but as we know, in the real world, human actions are heavily shaped by emotion, personal perception, and social relationships. This slide highlights our human-centric insight. To drive performance, a manager cannot just look at financial or technical factors. We must look at motivation and job satisfaction. When employees feel valued and supported, teamwork thrives and productivity naturally scales up. However, ignoring the human element leads to misunderstanding and conflict. In conclusion, behavior theory promotes a realistic and practical approach to decision making. It reminds us that to successfully implement any new policy or corporate change, we must first understand how our people will react and accept it. Finally, let's examine section 2.3, that is agency theory. This theory addresses a crucial dynamic found in almost every modern corporate structure: the relationship between the principals, who are the owners or shareholders, and the agents, who are the hired managers running the company. Because managers are running the business on behalf of the owners, a natural challenge arises, a conflict of interest. This is driven by what we call information asymmetry, meaning managers simply know more about the daily operation than the owners do, which can sometimes lead to opportunistic decision making. To bridge this gap, our governance and accountability framework focus on the three main solutions, that is, clear contracts, robust monitoring mechanism, and transparent reporting system. Furthermore, by introducing performance-based rewards and incentive system, we can align the manager's personal goals with the owner's objective. In conclusion, agency theory helps organizations minimize risk, restore trust, and guarantee that every managerial decision actively push the company towards its true target. Thank you.
My name is Anis Ayuni and I will talk about the application of managerial theory in the airline industry. So, managerial theory explains the role of managers in making important decisions for the airline. In airline industry, managers need to balance profitability, growth and reputation because airlines face many challenges such as high operating costs, changing fuel prices and strict safety regulations. Managers make decisions such as ticket pricing, route selection, aircraft investment, cost management and service quality. For example, AirAsia focuses on low strategy, Malaysia Airlines focuses on full service quality, while Singapore Airlines focus on premium services and global reputation. This shows that different airlines have different managerial priorities and strategies. The next is about the behavioral theory for the application in airline. Behavioral theory explains that managers do not always make perfect decisions because they face limitations such as limited information, time, and uncertainty. This is called bounded rationality. Managers usually rely on past experience, standard procedure, and familiar routines. For example, Malaysia Airlines follow established service procedures to maintain consistency. AirAsia uses standard low-cost systems such as online booking and no-frills services. Singapore Airlines continues to focus on premium services because this strategy has worked successfully before. This shows airlines often choose practical and manageable decisions instead of perfect decisions. Now we go to the application of the agency theory. Agency theory explains the relationship between managers and shareholders. Conflict can happen because managers and shareholders may have different goals. Managers may focus on growth, service quality, or brand reputation, while shareholders usually focus on profitability and stable returns. For example, Malaysia Airlines prioritizes service quality and national image, even with higher costs. AirAsia focuses on business expansion, which may increase risks and expenses. Singapore Airlines spends heavily on premium services and aircraft, but shareholders may question whether these costs generate enough profit. For the conclusion, the analysis industry, the airline industry clearly shows the application of managerial theory, behavioral theory, and agency theory. Malaysia Airlines focuses on service quality and national image. AirAsia focuses on low-cost strategy and expansion, while Singapore Airlines focuses on premium service and strong brand reputation. These differences shows that each airline behaves differently based on its own goal, strategy, and priorities.
Different theories explain different organizational behaviors in the airline industry. Managerial theory. Strength. Managers help organizations achieve goals through strategic decisions. Weakness. The theory assumes managers always make rational decisions. Behavioral theory. Strength. Decisions are influenced by experience, routines, and human behavior. Weakness. Too much reliance on routines may reduce innovations. Agency theory. Strength. The theory explains conflict between managers and shareholders. Weakness. Excessive monitoring may reduce organizational flexibility. Managerial theory is the most relevant because managerial decisions strongly influence airline performance and competitiveness.
The 5 recommendation for airline industry. Based on managerial theory, airlines should improve decision making through better planning, data analysis, and forecasting. This helps airline manage pricing, flight schedules, and operational efficiency while maintaining customer satisfaction. Next, according to behavioral theory, airlines should invest in employee training, improve communication, and strengthen teamwork. airlines also need to adapt quickly to customer preferences by improving digital system and online service. From the agency theory perspective, airlines should enhance transparency between management and shareholders, provide performance-based incentive, and encourage collaboration during strategic decision-making. So, for the overall, combining these three theories can help airlines improve organizational performance, customer satisfaction, and achieve long-term competitive advantage.
Hi, my name is Novadia and I will present about the conclusion. The airline industry is highly competitive and requires effective management and strong strategies. This report applied managerial theory, behavioral theory, and agency theory to analyze airline organizations. AirAsia focused on cost efficiency, while Malaysia Airlines and Singapore Airlines emphasized service quality and customer satisfaction. Managerial theory explains about strategy decision making. Behavioral theory focus on human limitation in decision making, and agency theory highlights conflict between managers and shareholders. No single theory can fully explain organizational behavior in the airline industry. Combining all theories provides a better understanding of organizational performance, sustainability, and competitiveness. That's all from me. Thank you.